Hello again. In this video, I'm going to be going through the Soundwave 2015 official program. So this was actually to be the last ever Soundwave. They did announce a lineup for 2016, but it never went ahead, which is unfortunate because it was a really good festival, and I did go to many of them. Here's the front cover here, a bit of a superhero feel to it. So we'll go through the program. Here we go. So right off the bat, paste symbols. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Alex Gonzalez right there representing. And then over here we got sideshows. We've got Smashing Pumpkins, Lamb of God, Of Mice and Men, Falling in Reverse, and Killer Be Killed there with Lamb of God. I actually went to that sideshow just before we go any further. I went to that sideshow. It was a lot of fun. It was the first ever show Killer Be Killed had played. First ever shows, sorry. And they were a lot of fun and really cool. Really heavy, but really good band. Godsmack Papa Roach, we got Fear Factory, Slash and Steel Panther, which I think I was debating going to and they never did. We've got some Vox amps. Probably worth noting as well that this Soundwave went over 2 days, which is probably part of its downfall. Not really for me to say, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, 2 days was maybe a little bit excessive. And then right here we got some Soundwave artists. We've got Lamb of God, Slipknot, Of Mice and Men, Crown the Empire, The Devil Wears Prada, Gerard Way, King 810. Then we've also got some other stuff here. Animals as Leaders, Dayshell, This Wildlife, Emily's Army, Sleepwave, Melancholy Falling in Reverse, and The Interrupters. Cool stuff. Periphery, cool band. Seen them before. Slipknot, that was the Grey Chapter, which was the album they were promoting at the time. Mastodon doing a tour. Did not see them on that tour, but I have seen them before. Enter Shikari. Did not see them on that tour. Or did I? I didn't see them on that tour. I saw them a different time. Funeral for a Friend. What's that? Attila? Silverstein? Right, and then just some more albums for bands that were touring. So we got Slash, Lamb of God, Judas Priest, Bring Me the Horizon, Cold Rain, Nothing More, Escape the Fate, Apocalyptica, who I did see and they were really good, and Papa Roach. Alright, then we got some comedy. So we got Jim Jeffries, Alex Williamson, Joel Creasy, Neil Kolhatka, and Frenchie. So we got some comedy as well. Then we got a little piece on Slipknot here. They headlined the first night in Melbourne. And then we got Falling in Reverse, Sleeping with Sirens, and then down here we got Melancholy, who I did see. Interrupters, who I didn't see, but I wish I had because I've discovered them since this and think they're great. Sleepwave and This Wildlife. Faith No More, one of my all-time favorite bands. Definitely in my top 10 of favorite bands. Little interview there with Roddy Bottom, the keyboardist, and they headlined the second show. You got the Australian Institute of Music there. And Soundgarden, rest in peace, Chris Cornell, who's tragically no longer with us. My only time ever seeing Soundgarden. They were the second last band on the second night, just before Faith No More. So that was a really good back-to-back. Smashing Pumpkins, there's Billy Corgan. I did not see them on this tour. I think they clashed with Slipknot, and I would rather see Slipknot. Slash with Miles, featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. Really cool. His solo stuff's fun. Also plays some Guns N' Roses stuff as well. as well as some Slasher Snake Pit, Frankie's Pizza, venue in Sydney. Alright, Motley Crue, the final tour featuring special guest Alice Cooper. I did go to this tour, and I will have a program flip for that in the near future. In the very near future. Alright, we got Marilyn Manson and Fallout Boy. I did see Marilyn Manson. He's always hit and miss. I think he was hit this time. I think he was on his A game. I don't really want to give him much attention, so let's move ahead to Soundgarden. Their side shows, which I did not go and see, and of course, the tour compilation, which I did not purchase, but I'm sure if it has all those artists on it, it would be a good listen. Steel Panther, who I did see, very funny. It was actually funny when they were playing. There was rumors going around because the weather went really bad. It started raining and stuff, and there was rumors that a big storm was coming, and it could potentially stop the festival. So there was kind of that part of me that was sort of watching the weather, because you could hear thunder in the distance, and it was like, okay, well, hopefully it doesn't come over here and ruin the festival. But thankfully it didn't. So that's good. But yeah, I remember watching them and sort of being a little bit worried that the festival could be maybe cancelled at any minute. But they were still good to watch. They helped keep my mind off things. And then down below here we've got Incubus, another one of my favourite bands. I hadn't seen Incubus in a really long time, and I regretted not seeing them for a couple of tours because they were really good. They played a really, I want to say, eclectic set list. Being a Soundwave festival, known as being a bit of a heavy rock festival, they sort of played quite a lot of their mellow songs, and they still played a lot of their hits, but they didn't necessarily go with the greatest hits set, which I thought was admirable, but interesting. Alright, so what have we got here? We got Ubersonic. Looks like guitar. Mayonnaise? Guitars and basses? I don't really know this company. But there they are, in all their glory. Judas Priest, who I have never actually properly seen. I didn't see them on this tour. I went to a download festival a couple of years later, and again I didn't see them because they clashed with a band that I wanted to see instead. So sorry to say that I've caught like little bits of them sort of going between stages. Now I have seen Melancholy plenty of times. I saw them on this tour and on their side show as well with the Vandals. They're always a lot of fun. I've seen Melancholy a bunch because they always do festivals in Australia. And they're always worth seeing as well. And then over here we've got Jim Beam, Bourbon and Cola. Alright, now we've got, there's the map of Brisbane, and I've also got a lift out in here. So there's a map of Melbourne. Alright, so this was the second day, so I can probably... So I definitely saw Area 7. They opened the second day. I saw a little bit of Gerard Way, probably the last 2 or 3 songs. Steel Panther, Antimask, Incubus, Soundgarden, Faith No More. So I was spending a fair bit of time at the main stage. Did not see any of them. So many cool bands, though, that I discovered after this festival. I saw the Bennies. Had to go check them out. Wow, there's so many cool bands that I would have checked out. But yeah, that was my Soundwave for the second day. So here we go. Olympic Park, Melbourne Showgrounds. Alright, didn't see Lamb of God, but I saw them on a sideshow. All Time Low and Ministry, didn't see them. Electro Voice, loudspeakers. Pretty cool. Falling in Reverse and Godsmack. Didn't not see either of those bands. Killer Be Killed. Yeah, they were a new band, but had a lot of well known people. Max Cavalera, big fan of his, and it's also got members Greg from Dillinger Escape Plan, um, and members from Mastodon, and the drummer I think is from the Mars Volta. I want to say I can't remember. I can't actually remember. So sorry, but this was their first tour, and I actually during their Soundwave set watched them from the side of the stage because my girlfriend at the time got me backstage, and we watched the set. And Max Cavalera was there, and he was screaming, and all the other guys were there, and sort of just stayed out of their way because there's obviously a lot going on at a backstage festival, and there was a really tall guy watching with us, and I realized that he is the guitarist from Slipknot, Jim Root. Didn't say anything, but I could just tell it was him because I've seen him with Stone Sour, and he had like a big number 4 tattooed on his arm. And there was another guy that was smaller and chubbier that looked like Clown, but I wasn't too sure. I didn't go and speak to them, but it was kind of cool to know that you were sort of standing next to members of Slipknot. All right, now over the page. Yumi at 6 with special guest Luca Brasi. Did not go to that show. Tonight Alive, Newfound Glory. They're fun live. I think they clashed with someone else though, so I didn't see them. And Exodus. We've got Carlton Dry over here. Lagwagon, another fun punk rock band. Sadly, didn't get to see them. The Vandals. I saw them. They were very fun, and saw them on their sideshow with Mel and Colin. Gerard Way, singer from My Chemical Romance. Haven't really listened to much of his solo stuff, but from what I heard, it was pretty interesting. Sort of was like poppy rock stuff, bit different to what he was doing. And then Fear Factory, who I've seen a bunch of times, just not on this tour. Antimusk, I made a point of seeing. I'm a big At the Drive-In fan, and I like Mars Volta. I like Cedric and Omar, and I really like Antimusk. That was probably the project that I was really. I don't know if it's my favorite. It might be actually, because I tend to go back and listen to Antimusk the most out of all of their projects. Even though I love all the stuff they do, I don't know. This one was the one I really go to the most, and I would really love it if they could put out another record. But I still have to wait and see. Papa Roach, never seen them. Have listened to them a fair bit though back in the day. Haven't really followed their career. Of Mice and Men, I think I saw them on this tour actually. I think they were the first day maybe. I know I've definitely seen them, so I'm not sure if it was this festival or a different one. Dragon Force, I've never seen. Escape the Fate. A Trio. Haven't seen any of these bands on this tour. Hollywood Undead. One OK Rock. The Devil Wears Prada, Godflesh, the Aquabats, who would be a lot of fun to see. Area 7, had to check them out. Australian ska royalty. The Wonder Years, Twin Atlantic. Animals as Leaders, really good musicians. Sadly didn't see them on this tour though. I'm gonna struggle to pronounce these guys. I'm sure there's people that'll watch this and be yelling at me. Ne Obliviscaris. Tell me how I did. Then we got Terror Universal, Mayhem, Apocalyptica, who are awesome. Like metal music, like thrash metal music with classical instruments. And of course, they do some Metallica songs. Lower Than Atlantis, Bayside, Nothing More, Fucked Up, who are a lot of fun. I saw them open for Foo Fighters once. He Is Legend, Non-Point Crossfaith, Fireworks, Crown the Empire, Icon for Hire, Butcher Babies, who I've never seen, but I've heard they're a lot of fun. Monuments, King 810, The Interrupters, who I've discovered since, and I've missed them. I missed them on this tour because I didn't know who they were, and they were opening for Green Day, I think the year after this, and I brought a backpack to the venue because I'd just come from work, and the venue didn't allow backpacks, so I had to go. I lined up, was told I couldn't bring my backpack in, had to go put it in the cloakroom and then come back and line up again. And by this point, I'd missed the Interrupters set, so I was really shattered. I hope they tour Australia again because I would love to see them live. And we've got Emily's Army, King Parrot, who I've seen a few times, and they're very crazy live but fun. The Colour Morale, the Swellers, Conditions, Les Butcherettes. Haven't seen them, but I went to the sideshow, which was Incubus and Antimask, and they were the first band on. But I missed out on them. I don't know why I turned up to the venue later than planned, but I regret not seeing them because I've since discovered them and think they're great. Coldream, Sleepwave, Confession, Patent Pending, Dayshell, This Wild Life, The Bennies, awesome Melbourne ska, punk, doom, metal, psychedelic, rock from hell, whatever they, I think that's what they call themselves. The Ocean, they're doing a tour. Raglan's Death Stars, The Treatment, and then we've got the eighth wonder of the world here, the 8-string Ibanez. 8 strings. That's more strings than I probably need. And then we've got orange amplifiers. There you go. There's the Soundwave 2015 official program. Sadly went on to be the last ever Soundwave, but thank you for Soundwave for putting on some awesome festivals and bringing out some amazing artists. And thank you for watching this video. If you do like what you've seen, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Cheers.